for you. Poverty can make your sister a prostitute. Worst of it all, poverty can make your child a prostitute. Just imagine, as a father, you are walking around town, then you get your daughter coming out of a lodge with an old man because you, the father, failed to provide for your daughter. As a father, haven't you lost? As a husband, haven't you lost? Poverty is not something that you get on the way. Poverty is something that can be worked on. To poverty, you must work very hard and very smart for you to come out of poverty. But you can work very hard and still remain poor if you don't have a government, a system that appreciates and supports your hard work. Today, we have a government that gives more power and support to Indians. They don't want to support you, a Ugandan. Are you sure this government has any plan to bring you and me out of poverty? Are you sure this government has no intention to make you and your family poor? Our daughters, our sisters are sleeping with men because of 50,000. A plate of food, data of 5,000, your sister. You have gone to school, but the best you can do is to play Ludo in your village. Because you've tried every available opportunity, there is nothing that you can get. Let no one lie you that you went to school to come and play Ludo. You went to school so that you can get knowledge, to get a job, to earn money, to support your mother, your father, your sisters, and your entire clan. But because this government has no intention to empower you, there is no investment the government has put to create jobs that you and me can get. I want to give one example. Are we together? We have Arapai Industrial Park, isn't it? It is the responsibility of government to allocate investors land for them to come and open factories. When an investor opens a factory, they create what? A job. Which job you and me are supposed to go and work and earn from. Kabeka Industrial Park is in Western Uganda. It is the biggest, most busy and most occupied industrial parks in the whole country. Why? 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 Because that is where they come from. Did you know that Eastern Uganda was carved as a meat zone? Beef, meat. Meat was supposed to come from Eastern Uganda because we as Eastern Uganda have the best meat because of our weather. But if you went and researched properly, in Western Uganda, where it was gazetted as a milk zone, there is what we call the Dairy Corporation Authority. Seen in Eastern Uganda, the meat authority, it's not there. There is no structure to manage our meat. There is no sure market for our meat. There is no processing plan for our meat. There is nothing government is putting to make sure that your cow is sold when it has value to give you more money. But they fight every day to make sure that the milk from Western Uganda goes to Kenya, goes to Mozambique, goes to South Africa, because they are looking for how to empower their farmers. In Western Uganda, a farmer, has a TX, has a rental, has his children are going to Makerere. All over, from where? Milk.
They even sell cow dung.
They even sell cow dung. You can imagine. Out of what? Milk. They are able to get money. Milk and meat Which one has more value? Which one has more money? So why are you poor? It is intentional. The reason as to why we have Soroti meat packers in Soroti, in Iteso, in Eastern Uganda is because there was no other part in this country that could feed that meat packers. This message I will keep sharing with you every day, so that you understand that people power is not because Bobi Wine said, I want to be president. It's because he was tired of the problems within Buganda. He said, no, this cannot continue. When he stood up to speak, we looked at the problems in Buganda and the problems in Teso. They looked the same. We said, this man with us, we are the same. That is why I joined. We didn't join because he's the best. We joined because he reflects what we go through every day.
It's our own level.
Are we together, colleagues? Bobi Wine was rich before he joined politics. Nobody should lie you that, oh, he's getting money from white people. No. Bobi Wine was rich before he joined politics. Bobi Wine had the opportunity to join Eddie Kenzo, to join Bebe Cool, to join all the other musicians to go and eat money with Museveni. But he said, no, let me stand and speak for the people who are poor like I was before I got money. Don't you think he's the right man for us? Don't you think he's the right man for us? Because the truth is, he had his beach in Entebbe. He would just go there, eat fish, and come back and sleep. Would you go and tell him you go and fight for us? Why didn't you stand up to fight for yourself? Bobi Wine alone cannot bring change to Uganda. He cannot. He is not God. Opponent. He is not God. Are we together? Bobi Wine needs you, needs me, needs all of us. But that can only be achieved if we understand why we are in NUP. I don't want to disagree with you. It is not easy to mobilize. It is not easy because you need to move from Kichinjaji to Agora. I know it is not easy. But I want to ask you guys, if you've been patient with Poor, why can't you translate that pain you have to work on food up to Agora to mobilize? Are we together? You've been in poverty for 30 years. A Pilijan in Yirikiyo for Ikardi Akaisaul. Why don't you sacrifice that hunger? It is only for 5 months. If we can go out there aggressively, of people power, of NUP, Bobi Wine, or Center, Amota, John, Okanisa, Tonomuro Lata Guru. Hello? Your annoyance must be seen every day when you go out. There should be no day you compromise with NRM. Whether it is your father, whether it is your mother, whether it's your brother or your girlfriend, as long as they support NRM, don't trust those niggas. Because in NRM, they can appoint you even if you're not qualified. So maybe your brother can be appointed for making a noise for NRM and he will come and cane you. He will cane you. Because one thing I've learned with NRM, they borrow their brain to Museveni. The moment they join NRM like this, their brain stops to work. How do you tell me that foot soldier first stand up? Foot soldier first stand up. Look at that gentleman. Look at that gentleman. Does he look like a soldier? Is that a combat? And then you come and arrest that young man that he is possessing government stores. That is how silly, how dumb, how ignorant NRM cadres are. They will argue that that gentleman looks like a soldier. Just imagine that blindness. and they will arrest him